Oh, yeah. Is it Tuesday already? We got an insane stream today because we might be getting our first teaser trailer for Ahsoka Season 2, along with possibly a release date, and we even got a poster because there is a Disney event or panel today called Upfront Event, which there's a Disney panel and Ahsoka is present there. It's about streaming, and it's about the future of 2026, which Ahsoka Season 2 is the biggest thing for Star Wars. We also got 10 days until the first Star Wars movie in 6.5 years, The Mandalorian and Grogu. 10 days. We got 2 new official clips for said movie, so we got a lot to get into, and not a lot of time. So without further ado, let's dive into all of it. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fine Tuesday afternoon? So this panel starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now it is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we will patiently wait for that panel to begin. And while we wait, we got 2 new Mandalorian and Grogu official scenes or official clips from the movie. Not just 1, but 2. And we even got some pretty crazy new stuff to go over in terms of this Mandalorian and Grogu film. We got new posters, new everything. It's pretty awesome. So we'll dive into that. We even got some Fate of the Old Republic news as well. But before we dive into any of that, let's start the stream the only way we know how, by saying hi to everybody in the chat. Shall we? Shall we start there? Brandon Baker, how we doing? Xavier in the Xavier who loves Thrawn. Great name. Ultimate Benson, how we doing? Holly in the house. John Groom, what is up? Sorry. Jin Urso in the house. Jackson, what is up? Kyler, how we doing? Darth Plagueis lives in the building. Steve in the house. That Dave that loves Star Wars. Mojo, how we or Mojo Dojo, how we doing? Guest Rips, how we doing? Lobo in the building. All right, if I missed you, feel us up. If I missed you, you know the deal. Jack Robbins in the house. Just yell at me in the chat. Let's give everybody a nice little
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Okay. Ryan, what's up? Okay. Let's start with The Mandalorian and Grogu. We got 2 new official scenes. Oh, wait. Before we even talk about any of that, I got some good news, bad news situation going on here. Okay, chat? Okay. So, I'll get to that super chat in 1 sec. So tomorrow, I am going to Florida, also known as Florida, where me and Sam are going. We will actually be at Galaxy's Edge at Disney World on Thursday, but we are going from Wednesday to Saturday, which means the bad news, we won't have a stream on Thursday and we won't have a stream on Saturday. So plan accordingly. The good news is I have 2 new videos to come out at 2 p.m. on Thursday and on Saturday. So even though we won't have a live stream, there still will be content. There still will be shorts scheduled for every single day and TikToks. And I'm already ahead of it. I'm already on top of it, chat. Don't you worry. I got the content flowing still. However, we will not have a live stream on Thursday or Saturday. Instead, they will be replaced by videos, just regular old videos. So we will be back at it on Tuesday. So this time next week, we will be back at it for a live stream on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, back to our regularly scheduled program. But that's the good news, bad news. Now, let's watch some Mando teasers. Let's watch some Mando official clips, shall we? This one came out this morning, so let's start with this one. Here we go. Hang on, why is it so grainy? HD. There we go.
This is worth a lot more than the bounty on that imp.
Well, let's call it an advance on the next mission.
Why is it so quiet? Turned all the way up. All right, let's try it again.
This is worth a lot more than the bounty on that imp.
Well, let's call it an advance on the next mission.
What next mission?
Commander Coyne. Our missing ace of staves. No one knows what he looks like, and most believe him to be dead.
Not a lot to go on. What's the play?
I want you to go to Nal Hutta and meet with the Hutts. They've agreed to lead us to him.
What's in it for them?
Their nephew is being held against his will by another crime syndicate on the Outer Rim, and they need a professional to get him out quickly and quietly.
Where is he?
They'll only tell you in person.
You got a name?
His name is Rada the Hutt, the only surviving heir of crime lord Jabba the Hutt. You ever cross his path?
I tried not to.
So, do we have a deal?
I only hunt down Imperial war criminals. I don't work for gangsters anymore. Especially the Hutts.
That's right, you don't. You work for us. And right now, this is what we need you to do.
Okay. So, this is sort of our send on the mission. This was in the first 25 minutes of the film that I saw last Monday on the May the 4th event. So, this is sort of them, Sigourney Weaver, sending Din and Grogu off on this grand adventure to go work for the twin Hutts that we saw in the Book of Boba Fett and to go save Stinky the Hutt, Rada the Hutt, Jabba's heir, or the only remaining heir of Jabba the Hutt, as Sigourney puts it here. So this is our catalyst into what this whole big mission to change the galaxy is going to be. One mission to change the galaxy. However, a little old mission to work for the Hutts to go rescue Rada the Hutt does not sound like this galaxy-changing thing. And it's not. However, something crazy is going to go down on this mission. I can't tell you what because it wasn't in the first 25 minutes. However, it seems as though this is just the catalyst to where we go from here. This Colonel Ward, no, sorry, not Colonel Ward, that's Sigourney Weaver's character. This, what's his name? Oh, Lord Janu. Sorry, Janu Coin. Janu Coin is our Shadow Council member from The Mandalorian Season 3. He seems to be our main villain thus far for this Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and the New Republic believes him to be dead, and they don't have any pictures of his face. So he seems to be our main villain. We did get him in a recent trailer, which we'll watch in a minute here, but that's that's sort of our official clip. We got two today, but that's one of the official clips where it's talking about Stinky, it's talking about the Hutts, it's talking about all that great stuff. So let's watch it one more time. This is the new Razor Crest, by the way, that he's getting, and this is sort of the deal. Din Djarin doesn't work with gangsters and the Hutts. He doesn't work with any of these people, but Sigourney is trying to lure him in with a Razor Crest, a nice, shiny, new Razor Crest. And the good news here is that it kind of makes me think that we're not going to see the destruction of the N1 starfighter. We still might. Embo still might come to Navarro and destroy it, but that will all happen after this mission. All of that.
This is worth a lot more than the bounty on that imp.
Well, let's call it an advance on the next mission.
What next mission?
Commander Coin. Our missing ace of staves.
Our missing ace of staves. Again, you can't see his face because they don't know what he looks like. Commander Coin, or sorry, what was it? Lord Coin? Commander Coin?
No one knows what he looks like, and most believe him to be dead.
Most believe him to be dead. So pretty much where we're at right now in the Star Wars timeline is you have all of the Empire. The Emperor, of course, is dead. We know that. Vader is dead. We know that. All of the Grand Admirals are believed to be dead. They were destroyed. I guess the final effort for them was at the Battle of Jakku. Either way, all the Grand Admirals that were appointed by the Emperor are gone. And in Ahsoka Season 1, we learn that the one remaining Grand Admiral is trying to make his return. That being the big blue meanie, Grand Admiral Thrawn. And from what we know of Ahsoka Season 1, Thrawn does return. So the final remaining Grand Admiral is back in the galaxy during the time of this movie. Now, will Thrawn be in this film? Tell me in the chat, do you think Thrawn will be in this movie? Your guess is as good as mine. I honestly think if he is, it will be at the very end in some sort of maybe post-credit scene or maybe even just a mention of Thrawn. We got a Thrawn mention in Mando Season 3. So to think that he won't be mentioned or even seen in this movie, it's illogical. However, having said that, Thrawn is the heir to the Empire. All of this is leading to a war in our Star Wars in Ahsoka Season 2. And this mission in The Mandalorian and Grogu, I think, is just to be the catalyst for those events. I truly think that this Mandalorian and Grogu movie is the Rogue One to Ahsoka Season 2's A New Hope. Or maybe even Dave Filoni's movie, which comes out after Ahsoka Season 2's A New Hope. So this is the setup for something enormous happening later down the line. Now, that's not to say that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is not going to be important. It's not going to be good because it's just a setup. Rogue One was just a setup. It's the third greatest Star Wars movie of all time, in my personal opinion. And it's a perfect setup to A New Hope and to The Empire Strikes Back. So if the Mandalorian and Grogu is Rogue One and we're getting A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back after that with Grand Admiral Thrawn as the heir to the Empire, we're in a great spot. We're in a fantastic spot. But needless to say, this Commander Coin, or Lord Janu, whatever you want to call him, Janu Coin, he is just a Imperial warlord because those are the only people left. All the Grand Inquisitors have been taken out except for Thrawn because he disappeared into hyperspace with Ezra on the Purgle in Rebels Season 4. So he was thought to be dead. All the other Grand Admirals have been destroyed. The Emperor is gone. Vader is gone. All the leadership of the Empire is destroyed. That's why the New Republic is so stupid and thinks that the Empire is gone. Even though characters like Carson Teva, characters probably like Sigourney Weaver's character, Colonel Ward, are talking about how, yes, the Empire is very much alive in the Outer Rim, and they're a problem. Coruscant and the core worlds just don't want to hear that because they're trying to prevent another war. That's all that this is about, preventing another war. The First Order comes to power, Snoke comes to power, somehow Palpatine returns. As the audience, we know the New Republic fails, and it's very great to see, how horrible it is. Okay, having said that, this is the mission.
Not a lot to go on. What's the play?
I want you to go to Nal Hutta and meet with the Hutts. They've agreed to lead us to him.
What's in it for them?
Their nephew is being held against his will by another crime syndicate on the Outer Rim. And they need a professional to get him out quickly and quietly.
So here's the problem. The Hutts, the twin Hutts that we saw in the Book of Boba Fett, they have information on this Coin character, Janu Coin. And they will only give it to them, the New Republic that is, if Din goes and rescues their nephew. Now this becomes a problem when we watch our second official clip for this movie. Let's take a look. This becomes a big old issue because this was the clip that we got 2 days ago, or yesterday, I guess, because that one was from today. Yeah, this one's from yesterday. Oh, hang on. This becomes an issue because this is the official clip we got yesterday.
Mandalorian, still priceless on the black market.
But what's even more is knowing we have shamed you forever.
We know the Mandalorian creed. You'll be outcast for letting an enemy see your face.
Not if you all die.
It will bring us ecstasy to watch your strong spirit break.
So, somehow we go from Din Djarin working for the Hutts, trying to go save Rada, trying to go get the information for this Coin character for the New Republic, to now Din Djarin being captured by the Hutts, getting his helmet removed, which, is a big old no-no for Din Djarin, and being threatened, and Din Djarin also threatening them. So something goes wrong, needless to say. Something goes wrong here with this character. The only question is, what? What goes wrong? How do we get here? How do we get to this point where Din is having his helmet ripped off by the Hutts? Now, this is where things get really complicated as well. Din Djarin says that it's okay that they've seen his face as long as they die. Is there like a time limit on that, or like what are the specifics here? What are the specifics? Roro, what's up? How we doing?
Hello there.
How we doing? Like, if his... Oh, let me get to that super chat. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Hang on. Tell me in the chat. Do you think the Twin Hutts are going to die in this movie? And actually, while you do so, let me put up a poll. Let's put up a poll. If you have not already, smash a freaking like in this stream. All right, let's do this. Do you think we will get an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer, or let's go teaser trailer. Teaser trailer today. Yes or no? Do you think we'll get an Ahsoka Season 2 teaser trailer today? I am very much on board the yes bandwagon here. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it in a second, but there's plenty of evidence to suggest that we are actually far behind on the marketing for Ahsoka Season 2, and I think the reason for that is this Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but we'll get to all that. We'll get to it in a second. All right. But let me get to this super chat really quickly, and then we can get back to this. Do you think that the Twin Hutts will die in this movie? Yes or no? Darth Plagueis lives with a very generous $5 holla. I appreciate that quite a bit. Says, what are the chances we actually get a trailer today? Okay. Well, I was just saying that I think very, very high. And it's because when you look at the promotion timeline for the first season of Ahsoka, which is on a very similar track as the second season, we are very far behind. If this was 2023 when we were getting Ahsoka Season 1, we would have already seen the poster for Ahsoka. We've already have seen the teaser trailer and have a release date, or a release month, I guess, a release time period. But right now, we do not. Keep that in mind. Also, 10 days till Mando. I know. 10 days till The Mandalorian. Till the first Star Wars movie in 6.5 years.
This is where the fun begins.
It's absolutely insane. I do see a bunch of people talking about D23. D23 is not until August. So I can 100% guarantee you that we will have at least a teaser trailer and probably a lot more before D23. Now, D23 could be where we get like the final trailer for Ahsoka Season 2, but we'll have so much information about Ahsoka Season 2 long before August. Yeah, way before that. Okay. So here's what we're looking for today. Here's what we're looking forward to in about 40-ish minutes. After we get through all the Mandalorian and Grogu stuff, there's a big old panel for Ahsoka Season 2 happening, and this is what we're looking forward to. So this is coming from Morai the Messenger. Okay, here's the rundown on Disney Upfront Event tomorrow. This was from yesterday, so this is today. And how it relates to Ahsoka Season 2, let's straighten this out. The event is primarily for advertisers, streaming executives, and the press. It's sort of similar to CinemaCon. It is not a fan event. So just like CinemaCon, where we got so many cool bits of information. I know there wasn't an actual teaser trailer shown there, but at CinemaCon was when we got the official trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. The final trailer. Sorry, not the official one. The final trailer. So it could be the case, and that was released publicly, by the way. Might I remind you, during CinemaCon, during the Disney, the Star Wars Lucasfilm panel, when Jon Favreau was up on stage, we got the final trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu publicly. So if this panel today is going to be anything like that, we could get a public trailer. It's less likely. It's a lot less likely. But it's possible. It just happened. It just happened a couple weeks ago. However, we've been getting various rumor posts from folks like Beyond Reporter and Ahoy since before the start of the month regarding some sort of Ahsoka teaser. First by Beyond as something that is ready and will be shown somewhere. And then by Scoops as part of the Upfront Event, May 12th, which is tomorrow, which is today, but it won't be anything public. I cannot verify nor corroborate those rumors regarding footage at this time. But then today, check my previous post, an Ahsoka poster, which we'll look at in a second, from Season 1 was apparently spotted at the venue where this event is being held, alongside of a Daredevil poster and a Percy Jackson poster. So Ahsoka being present there in the slightest is 100% making me think that we are going to get to see a teaser trailer today. Maybe not released publicly, but maybe leaked online. As a metric, Amazon just revealed the release date and official stills from the upcoming third season of Rings of Power, which, by the way, Rings of Power is pretty great. And I'm really excited for the third season. So for sort of more of a reference, Rings of Power just got a release date of November 11th or something. November. Not to be confused with Yes-vember. November. The second to last month of the year. Ahsoka Season 2 will be out before then. I say October is the latest. So you're talking about September or October for Ahsoka Season 2. So if we got a official poster and release date, or official stills and release date for Rings of Power Season 3, then yeah, we're probably going to be getting official stills or a poster or a release date or something for Ahsoka Season 2 today. Because it will come out before that. So, they continue by saying, this could mean Ahsoka is getting a Season 2 acknowledgement today. Probably a release date. Could be. A teaser with any footage. I still find it unlikely, but happy to be proven wrong. A public teaser or any footage. No chance, in my opinion. What do you think? So, I am fully convinced that we are getting something today. Whether that something is a teaser trailer, not released publicly, maybe. Whether it's a release date and a poster, possibly. I would 100% take official stills. That's like screenshots from the show, like just images from the show. I'd take that all day long. Either way, we are getting something for Ahsoka Season 2 today during this Disney Upfront panel, which starts in 35 minutes. So, we'll just have to be patient, learn our patience. And even though we don't have to wait too long, we got some Mandalorian and Grogu stuff to talk about before then. So let's switch our gears back to from Ahsoka Season 2 to the Mandalorian and Grogu, and let's learn some patience, chat.
This is where the fun begins.
While we wait, we do have a new official poster for the Mandalorian and Grogu, and it's pretty badass, if I do say so myself here. This is the way up at the top there. You got the actual Mando visor in the rocks, which is really cool. 2 X-Wings and the Razor Crest shooting down. It's sort of a from the ground shot up. You can see Din Djarin's blaster right there. Grogu at his feet. That's a pretty cool poster. Think about it this way. Over the last 2 days, we've gotten 2 official scenes from the movie. So it makes you think, with 10 days to go, with 10 days until this movie actually releases, we could be getting a new official clip. I don't know if they'll do that, but at least a new teaser trailer or some sort of trailer every single day until this movie releases. That's crazy. Okay, so that's the cool new poster that we just got today, I think. Yeah, today, I believe. But we do have some other things for the Mandalorian and Grogu as well. These official stills, speaking of official stills, were just released as well. You got Din Djarin with his helmet off, where it just got taken off by the Hutts, or by this droid, I guess. You got Martin Scorsese's character here. The chef, if you will. You got Din versus Rada in the gladiator ring. These 2 are going to start out as enemies. These 2 are going to start out as adversaries and then become best friends. They're gonna be best friends, That's just what's going to happen. They're going to be best pals. And I'm still confused on this one. I don't know where Grogu is here. He's in some sort of like dirt tunnel. It's not metal. It's dirt. And I don't know. Is he a hobbit now? Like, is this a hobbit hole or like what? What are we looking at here? I don't know where he is either. It's very bright and sunshiny on the other side, which makes me think it's not Navarro, which makes me think it's not Nal Hutta. So I don't know where he is. I don't know where he is. But it could be important. It could be important. Oh my God, look at this. Hang on, Chad. Look at this. So not only is it Pedro Pascal being the proud dad that he is of Grogu, but Grogu is in the popcorn machine. How the hell did they make this look so three-dimensional? This is witchcraft. Okay. Witchcraft. All right. You know, just poster witchcraft, naturally. As one does. Wait, what? Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, are we for real here? Are we for real here? We do have another interview with Jon Favreau, too, that I wanted to get to here because he talks. Oh, what the heck? All right. Where he talks about the Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's take a look at this. Oh, what? Go away. Don't want to sign up for your email list. Jon Favreau isn't exactly sure why he was asked for the Mandalorian and Grogu to be the first Star Wars movie in 7 years, but thinks there's an opportunity to bring in new audiences. I know exactly why this is the first Star Wars movie in 7 years, because they didn't want it to be the Rey movie. Because they didn't want it to be Star Wars Rogue Squadron. They needed a guaranteed success, or at least the closest to that. And that's the Mandalorian and Grogu, your most popular Disney Plus series by far. Which, by the way, chat, got to get something off my chest. Me and Samantha finished Mando Season 3. And I'm not taking the Mando Season 3 hate anymore. Mandalorian Season 3 is even better than I remember it being. And in my head, I kept thinking, oh my God, people hate that season way too much already. And it was better than that. I'm not taking it anymore. Mando Season 3 is the perfect end to decades-long storytelling of Clone Wars, Rebels, all the Mandalorian stuff in those shows. The perfect ending, the perfect climax to that, with the reclaiming of the Mandalorians, the coming together of two very different Mandalorian clans that would be at civil wars for thousands of years before, coming together because of Din Djarin and Bo-Katan and Grogu, bringing them together, reclaiming their homeworld, taking down Moff Gideon. It's perfect! There's a bunch of filler early on in the season. I will grant you that. A lot of the first 4 episodes is filler. However, the final 3 episodes, or 3 episodes? Whatever it is. The final couple episodes are perfection. They're not just perfection for the Mandalorian and Grogu. It's perfection on the final arc of the Mandalorians reclaiming their homeworld from what we've seen from season 1, 2, 3 of the Clone Wars all the way until now. I'm not taking it anymore! I actually wanted to see where I put Mando Season 3 on my ranking list. And if I would even change it, let's see. Because we looked back at Book of Boba Fett, because I thought that was put way too low. Well, let me see. Where did we put the Mandalorian Season 3? We put Mandalorian Season 3 in B tier. That has to be changed. That has to be changed. It is better than Tales of the Underworld. It is better than... Is it better than The Acolyte? It's better than The Bad Batch Season 2. 100%. It deserves to be in the A tier. We'll put it that way. I don't know how high it would move up in the A tier, but it deserves to be in the A tier. Okay. Sorry. I just got reminded that I watched Season 3 of The Mandalorian, and it was awesome. The Din Djarin hallway scene in that finale is like, you're talking about hallway scenes with Maul, Vader, Luke Skywalker. This is Din Djarin, a bounty hunter. And him and R5, or, you know, R5 just takes down the ray shields, but going one after the next like, it's just... And the Darksaber being destroyed had to happen. Let's not forget about that. It wasn't like, oh no, the Darksaber's gone forever. This is the worst thing. It had to happen. The only way the Mandalorian people would come together and not fight over a weapon and not fight over the claim to the throne because of the Darksaber is if that Darksaber gets destroyed. It had to happen. Sorry. This is not a thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The Mandalorian in season 3 is underrated, underappreciated, and the perfect end to the Mandalorian stuff for the last two decades of storytelling. Okay, where were we? Jon Favreau felt a responsibility to tell as good of a story as he could for the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. In 2019, The Rise of Skywalker might feel like a lifetime ago, but the 7 years Star Wars theatrical drought is finally coming to an end this summer, or in 10 days, with The Mandalorian and Grogu. When we sat down with director Jon Favreau in London, we asked him why Mando and his tiny green charge, Grogu, were the right characters to bring the saga back to the big screen. Quite a full circle moment considering that he helped launch Disney Plus back in 2019. And here's what he had to say. I'm not sure why we were asked to do this, he says. I suspect it was because these are characters that people who hadn't seen Star Wars may be aware of, especially Grogu. Baby Yoda was everywhere. He still is. I mean, Grogu is selling them billions of dollars of merchandise every single year. And these two characters that were used to launch Disney Plus as well, and we made no assumptions when the Mandalorian TV show came out on that anybody had seen Mando or Star Wars before. So the same way that they made the first season of The Mandalorian to make it so fans who've never seen Star Wars before can enjoy it and understand it, the same way they did that with season 1, they're doing it again with this movie. They did it with Ahsoka as well. And with Maul Shadow Lord most recently, I suppose. Yeah. But we also wanted to make it feel authentic to Star Wars. So the world that we created as the backdrop and the way that these characters present themselves were embraced by Star Wars fans, which I really appreciated. I still say it to this day, Mando Season 1 specifically is the closest thing we've gotten to the original trilogy since 1983 when the original trilogy ended. Just in terms of feel and all the sort of puppeteered aliens and all, like it just has the feel of the original trilogy. And yes, the prequels are very, very different from that feel, but yeah. But it also was a inroad for people who may not have watched Star Wars on television, like the animated shows Rebels and Clone Wars. And here we are 7 years after the last film, and I think there's an opportunity to present Star Wars to a new audience using these characters as well, because there are a whole new generation of Star Wars fans who've never seen Star Wars on the big screen yet, because it's been 7 years since the last movie came out. I don't want to sign up for your email list. Okay. Favreau also kickstarted the MCU back in 2008 with Iron Man, and now he's the man to bring Star Wars back to theaters. So did he feel any pressure, or is this a sense of responsibility making this film? Here's what he had to say. I felt definitely responsible, but more so to tell a good of a story as I could. I find that as a Star Wars fan myself, and across multiple genres that have strong fan bases, they really are invested in the story being good, and they want a great experience. So the same way the original trilogy still holds up today, the reason for that is because it's still a great story. It doesn't matter that the visual effects are outdated and it doesn't look as good in certain scenes. The story is so good that we just don't care. It still holds up. Yes, there's been updates with the special editions, and it's now in 4K on Disney Plus somehow. It obviously looks way different than when people saw it in the theaters in 1977. But it still holds up because the story is good. And it was a great experience. And if I could deliver that to them, they reward you. The fans reward you. But they want to make sure that you care as much as they do. Again, even sort of in terms of obviously the visual effects in The Mandalorian are a lot better, but there's certain scenes in the Mandalorian TV show that they use the volume and you can tell. That does not take you out of the show at all. The story is so good that you just don't care. You get over it. You get over the little mistakes because it doesn't matter when the story's that good. If you go back and watch The Phantom Menace and all the CGI they used to create that movie, specifically Coruscant, it doesn't look good. It does not look good. So the difference is people don't look at The Phantom Menace and go, this is a bad movie because of that, because the story is good. Star Wars has always been doing that. Okay. But The Mandalorian continues to do the same thing. So he goes on to say, so we put all our effort into really anticipating what people would see, what we're implying, through, because especially with a story like this, where you're trying to tell a complete story that plays well to a group that this may be their first Star Wars experience, those Star Wars fans are very perceptive, and so you have to be very subtle in that message that you send. So pretty much you have to balance between normie fans, brand new fans, and hardcore fans. You have to make a movie that fits all those categories, and that's extremely difficult to do. Have they done it before? Absolutely. A movie like Rogue One comes to mind because it is the perfect example of this can be your first ever Star Wars movie, and it makes sense. You could be a hardcore Star Wars fan for 50 years, and it makes sense, and it's perfect. That's what The Mandalorian has to recapture. He goes on to say, and part of the Star Wars community is that they communicate amongst one another, like we're doing right now. There's a lot of speculation. No, we didn't just watch the first two official trailers for official clips from The Mandalorian today and try to break them down and figure out what's happening. We didn't speculate for hours on end all week last week for this Mandalorian and Grogu movie. No.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the speculation. That's why we live stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for about 2 hours every single time. And how do you stream for 6 hours every week, Mike? How is that even possible? How do you do it? Because we speculate. You know? We like to speculate. I lost my chair. I am now kneeling on the ground, and I don't know where my chair went. Okay, it's right there. Fixed it. Okay, so there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of filling in the blanks for one another. For example, headcanon stuff, we talk about it all the time. So you don't have to lay everything out there in a deliberate way. For example, Grogu's species. We'll never learn it. Yoda's species. We will never learn it. But, you don't have to define everything to the level of specificity that you might in another environment. You don't have to go into excruciating detail. For one reason, Star Wars has just never worked like that. And for the other, Star Wars fans aren't dumb, and you don't need to dumb it down for them. There are plenty of franchises out there that try to dumb it down for you and try to make everybody understand what's going on, and it just goes so poorly. The content becomes garbage, and nobody wants to watch it anymore. Star Wars has never dumbed it down for its fans. We just watched Maul Shadow Lord, and at the same time, you could watch Maul Shadow Lord without having ever met the character of Maul. But if you're a hardcore fan, there is so many references and Easter eggs to things that come before and things that come after Maul Shadow Lord in the timeline that you can notice without it being dumbed down for you. Without diluting the content, I suppose. But here, if you lay the clues, sometimes it's things that may relate to the story. Sometimes it's referencing other things that came before. And sometimes it's even techniques that we use in filmmaking. Certain techniques are used for the Mandalorian, for just Star Wars in general. Filming techniques that have been used since the original trilogy that will not be broken. Actually, Jude Law talked about this when they were filming Skeleton Crew. on how, like, you can't have a camera go through the cockpit window. Just simple rules like that, where you could see that happen in a different franchise, but not in Star Wars. All of that, all of it is a way for us to show the community that we share the same passion and we are doing things that we enjoy. Star Wars is at its best when Star Wars fans are making Star Wars. When Star Wars diehard fans are making it. Look at Maul Shadow Lord. I mean, look at Maul Shadow Lord. What we just got was peak Star Wars, the best animated season, in my personal opinion, and one of the best seasons of any Star Wars project ever. The highest rated Star Wars project ever. And that was just made by Star Wars fans. The guy who's in charge of Star Wars right now, the new president of Lucasfilm, co-president, is Dave Filoni, who before being hired by Lucasfilm had a Plo Koon cosplay outfit in his garage. Star Wars is being run and created by the fans, and that's when you get your best content. People who are so diehard fans who want to make the best thing that they can possibly do. Okay. Continuing. Where was I? Oh, and I find when you do things that we enjoy, like engaging with Phil Tibbets for the stop motion animation and John Goodson for miniature work, we are doing it because we are excited by it. It's fun for us. And I think the story that surrounds the making of it is as much a part of the story as what we see on screen. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love the behind the scenes stuff, all the making of Star Wars. I've seen all the documentaries, I've watched all the interviews, and the stuff like the stop motion and the creation of those AT-AT scenes on Hoth, or the Rancor scene in Return of the Jedi. All that stuff is so cool to me. And that's why I really am excited for this Mandalorian and Grogu movie, to have those guys still working on Star Wars, still making that happen. It's so damn cool. So this stuff right here is just like, you know, it's speaking to me specifically. I don't know about you guys, but I love that kind of shit. Okay. Mandalorian and Grogu arrives on May 22nd in 10 days. 10 days. When does Battlefront 3 come out? Probably never. I mean, you know, rebellions are built on hope. I have hope, you know, all that stuff. Probably never. Probably never. Probably never. But hey, only time will tell. Okay. But that's what Jon Favreau had to say. And in terms of the Mandalorian and Grogu being the first Star Wars movie, it is the best decision. If it was a Rey movie, we'd be talking about Civil War. We'd be talking about the Acolyte situation all over again, where we're going to see a civil war in the Star Wars fandom because of the so much hatred for the sequel trilogy and all that other stuff. So the fact that it's The Mandalorian, the fact that it's the most popular Disney Plus show that most people, I said most people really enjoyed, is the best bet and is the best decision. Speaking of things that most people enjoy, Family Guy. Okay, so this happened. This happened. Yeah. Well, I think the Rey movie will happen eventually. It's just they didn't want it to be the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. You know? Okay, continuing. Let's watch this. Let's watch this thing.
Thanks for stopping by my planet to teach me the ways of the Force, Grogu. Check this out. Yeah, don't interrupt me. Yeah! Did it move? Ah!
So again, I know we've been saying this for weeks now, but the marketing for this has picked up greatly for this movie. I know people were really concerned. We even had that funny chatter the other day. Somebody was like, you can tell that they're really getting worried because there's new trailers every day. There's new marketing every day. So the complaint originally was not enough marketing, and now the complaint is too much marketing. So, what are you going to do? Can't please them all. You can never please some of them. Either way, you're going to see so much more with 10 days to go. Just Star Wars collab stuff like this, posters, trailers, all that great stuff for the next 10 days. And yes, Stewie and Grogu, best friends. Okay. Din Djarin actor Pedro Pascal also confirmed this today, or yesterday, I guess. The Hutts will be central characters in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Now, I've been saying this for months because Stinky the Hutt will be a main character of this film, and they are keeping it a secret. I don't know why, but they are. And Jeremy Allen White has confirmed this himself, saying that originally he just hopped on board to do a couple lines for this character, and then it became a bigger and bigger and bigger part as they went along. And it's not just in reference to the Twin Hutts, because the Twin Hutts, I think, will obviously be a huge part in this movie, but Stinky is going to play a way bigger role than anybody's been thinking. He's not just going to be a gladiator fight on this planet versus Din Djarin. That's just not how it's going to go. There's going to be so much more Stinky in this movie. 100%. Okay. Also, before this panel starts for Ahsoka Season 2, I wanted to get to this. I found this list where people are talking about the most important things you need to watch before The Mandalorian and Grogu. And if I was to make a list, I would say nothing. If somebody has never seen Star Wars before, I wouldn't try to force them to watch 3 seasons of a show, or even get more confused by watching a couple individual episodes before the movie comes out. However, if you're like me and maybe have a lot of free time on your hands, and you want to watch as much Star Wars to get caught up or re-caught up in the next 10 days before you watch the movie, this is a pretty solid list. So let's take a look at this. The 5 most important Star Wars movies and shows to watch before The Mandalorian and Grogu. So glad they published this 11 days before the movie came out. We got so much time to prepare. Me and Sam have been watching Star Wars for over a year now to prepare, and we haven't even caught up yet. But we'll get there. We're on Ahsoka now. First things first is Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Now, this is where the Empire falls. This is the last Star Wars movie in chronological order before The Mandalorian and Grogu, so that makes a lot of sense. The Mandalorian, duh. Get reintroduced to these characters. Get all these characters back in your minds. Rewatch Season 3 and remember how great it was and how stupid people were for crapping all over it. Book of Boba Fett, of course. This is where the two of them come back together, Din and Grogu. And there's a possibility that we see Boba Fett in this movie. Tell me in the chat, do you think Boba Fett will be in this film? Yes or no? Because the last time we saw Boba Fett was 4 years ago. 3 years ago, maybe? It's been a while, we'll put it that way. And the possibility of seeing these two, reunite on screen would be pretty awesome. I don't know. I think it would be a long shot for him to be in it. But it could very well set up Season 2 of Book of Boba Fett. Like, Boba might not even be in the movie at all. But the events of the movie could set up a Season 2 of Book of Boba. Book of Boba Fett's better than Mando Season 1? Now that's a hot take. I like it. I disagree with it, but I like it. Yeah. Book of Boba Fett is extremely underrated. 100%. Yeah. Okay, continuing. Ahsoka. I don't know. Ahsoka is probably... you should watch Ahsoka. But you're not going to see Ahsoka in this movie. We'll put it that way. You're not going to see Sabine, because the two of them are in a different galaxy. Yes, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie will set up Ahsoka Season 2, and it will have a lot to do with Ahsoka Season 2. But I don't really know if this is necessary watching. I feel like the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian and maybe Return of the Jedi are probably more important. Yeah. Indeed. Boba Fett could be the one that Sigourney was referencing. Yeah, so let's bring this up again. I'm making a full video on this right now, but we got to talk about this. We have to. Like, this is a necessity. We got to talk about this.
The world has to know who your favorite Star Wars characters and why.
Well, mine is Han Solo, and I don't have to say why.
And mine, I'm afraid, is Chewbacca. I found him
We're pals.
a figure of great mystery, and I still, I'm sorry that he wasn't in our movie, but we have so many other amazing characters in this movie, some of whom we haven't seen in a Star Wars movie for a long time, and
Some of whom we haven't seen in a Star Wars movie for quite a long time. So it could be, yeah, she's referencing Boba Fett, because Boba Fett was in the Star Wars movie.
some of whom we haven't seen in a...
He would fit this description. He would absolutely fit this description. I was thinking maybe a Luke Skywalker, a Leia Organa, or a Han Solo. And before you say, Mike, you're crazy, let's not forget that Luke Skywalker himself was in season 2 of Mando and the Book of Boba Fett. And Leia was deep-faked or de-aged for Rise of Skywalker for this time period in that flashback where Luke and Leia fight. Now, Han Solo has not been de-aged yet, but we have the other two already. So if there's 2, might as well make it 3. And yes, as somebody mentioned too, the Smuggler Run ride. The Smuggler Run ride at Disney Parks, which has the Millennium Falcon, is going to have a Mando and Grogu crossover. And that crossover is going to be, as Jon Favreau tells us, right off screen from the events of this movie. Meaning, the Millennium Falcon and whoever's piloting it, which is probably Han and Chewie at this point in the galaxy, or in the timeline, those characters will be right off screen from the events of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So, with that information, with what Sigourney Weaver is saying here, it certainly feels like we're going to be seeing a original trilogy character. I don't know who, but Boba Fett is definitely one of those characters that could be as well, because Boba Fett has been in a Star Wars movie, has not been in a Star Wars movie in a very long time, and him and Din Djarin are best pals. They helped each other out multiple times. Boba Fett helping him in Mando Season 2, go save Grogu, and then Din Djarin helping Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett versus the Pikes. So Boba could be the option here. Could be Luke, could be Leia, could be Han. Yes, Leia was also teased in Ahsoka Season 1. Yeah. So. And it will definitely be deepfakes. Yeah, they won't recast characters. The reason they won't recast the characters is because of the Solo movie, because the Solo movie did not do too well, and because they've already deepfaked the characters. They've already deepfaked these characters with Luke multiple times, Leia multiple times. Yeah. Maybe it's just Jabba the Hutt. Well, Jabba the Hutt is dead at this point, so he's definitely not in the movie. Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma's a good option, too. She was in Return of the Jedi. Absolutely. And Mon Mothma was in Ahsoka Season 1. So, yeah, Mon Mothma could be another great option there, too. For sure. Yeah. But tell me in the chat, who do we think that Sigourney Weaver is referencing here in terms of a Star Wars character we haven't seen in a Star Wars movie in a long time, and that everybody will be excited to see them? As she says,
Star Wars movie for a long time, and I think
everyone's going to be really thrilled. So, who that might be, your guess is as good as mine. All the original trilogy cast? That would be a lot. That would be a lot. I don't know about that. I'm thinking it's one of Luke, Leia, or Han. Not all 3, but one of them. If you're going based off of the Smuggler Run ride and the Millennium Falcon being in the movie, then yeah, it'd probably be Han and Chewie. Chewie will be easier to pull off because they got Jonas, who now does the Wookiees in Star Wars. He was Chewbacca in a lot of the sequel trilogy stuff. He was Chewbacca in the Solo movie. He was Kelnaka in The Acolyte. So there is a new guy who is playing Chewbacca, so that would be easier to do. It's the deepfaking of Han Solo, which would be far more difficult. Yeah, if he is right by his side. But getting back to this list, Ahsoka being at number 4, and number 5, The Force Awakens. I don't really know how much this movie in particular is going to connect to the sequels. I think that's, still 25 years away. Now, granted, I will give you this. Season 2 and 3 of The Mandalorian have connected to the sequels quite a bit. Quite a bit. With the whole Project Necromancer mention and all the cloning stuff happening, it's all leading to Palpatine and his return in the sequel trilogy, which is cool. I love that because it adds so much more context to the sequels. Instead of just now somehow Palpatine returned, it actually has some oomph, has some backing to it. But I don't think you will see direct connections to the sequel trilogy in terms of like a character appearing in this movie that will be in the sequels or anything of that sort. The snow scene could take place on Starkiller Base. Yeah, that would be a direct reference for sure. Yeah, okay. You bring up a great point. Yeah, that's a possibility. The snow planet could be, yeah, Starkiller Base. I hope it is, but only time will tell. 4 minutes? Oh, yeah, we got 3 minutes until this panel starts. I don't know when Ahsoka is going to be talked about. It could be first, it could be last. I don't know, but we're definitely getting something. Ginger with the very generous $5 holla says, what about seeing Cal Kestis or Ventress in live action? It wouldn't be in this Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I would love to see either of those characters. Ventress could be like an Ahsoka Season 2 character, in theory. Her relationship with Ahsoka in the past would definitely make that a viable option. And let's not forget, she is a Night Sister. And that's where we're going in Season 2, is Dathomir with Thrawn in the Night Sisters. And Cal Kestis is the same connection because Cal Kestis has been to Dathomir before, and he's dating a Night Sister. So it's far more likely that if one of those two characters does appear in a Star Wars project in 2023, it will be Ahsoka Season 2 rather than The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah. But I like where your head's at. Give me Cal Kestis in live action. And Ventress, for that matter. Ventress will be a tough one to pull off. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Think it through, as the great Cobb Vanth would say. We got... Okay, Zeb. Zeb looks incredible. Zeb looks so good in live action. But there's a lot of complaints about Cad Bane in live action. There's a lot of complaints about Hera Syndulla in live action. And Grand Admiral Thrawn in live action. So pulling off a character like Asajj Ventress, that's going to be extremely difficult to do. Not impossible, but very hard to do. Yeah. Cal Kestis will be the opposite. It will be so unbelievably easy to do because Cameron Monaghan is the voice of Cal Kestis and the face of Cal Kestis, and, he looks like himself. Yeah. Ron with a very generous $5 holla. What's up, Ron? Says, will we see R2-D2 and C-3PO in this movie? It's actually a great question. Because R2 and C-3PO have been in every Star Wars movie except for Solo, A Star Wars Story. But up until that point, up until Solo, they had been in every single Star Wars movie ever, including Rogue One. It's a very brief scene, but R2 and C-3PO are on the Yavin 4 base, and C-3PO says something funny to R2-D2. Like, that's it. It's a very brief scene in the movie, but they put it in there because those two droids have been in every single Star Wars film, except for Solo. So maybe they'll go back on track and give us R2 and C-3PO in this movie. I actually never thought of that. I didn't even cross my mind. The two of them will be separated at this point. C-3PO is with Leia right now on Coruscant, and R2-D2 is with Luke at his Jedi Temple on Ossus. So if the two of them are in this movie, forget everything you thought you knew about this movie. Yeah.
This is where the fun begins.
But I appreciate the super chats. I really, really do. Can I get some good cups follow orders in the chat, please? Bumpa. Okay. Where were we? I guess while we wait, because the panel did just begin, but I'm sure that we won't get much information right away. So we'll be patient. We're patient. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think tomorrow or the next day is the premiere for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, like the red carpet premiere. So a bunch of, content creators, not me. A bunch of content creators got invited to go watch the premiere by the Anzellans, just by the FaceTimes, which is really, really cool. The Anzellans hit me up. Clang, we could be best friends. Clang. But yeah, so that happens tomorrow or the next day. Might be Thursday. I think it's Thursday. So the premiere for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is on Thursday, the red carpet premiere, for just the sort of VIP people. So we might get some spoiler-free reviews from that. But we'll see. Okay. Somebody said, hearing that we will get a release date for Ahsoka Season 2 at Disney Upfront presentations tomorrow, and possibly a release date. Look at this. Hang on. Hearing we're getting Star Wars release dates at Disney's Upfront presentation tomorrow. So this was from yesterday. Likely Ahsoka Season 2 or Maul Shadow Lord Season 2. That would be wild. That would be a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Indeed it would. Okay. Whoa, what the hell? This was the poster we were talking about. So this is at the Upfront events today, an Ahsoka poster. Now, it's the same Ahsoka poster from Season 1, but it does confirm that Ahsoka is present at this event that is happening right now, that just started 3 minutes ago. So this Upfront 2026, this is today, this is right now, it just started, so we're going to get some news coming out of it very, very soon. So that poster just hit. Yeah, that is why we're here. Whoa, this is from an hour ago? That doesn't make much sense. This is from an hour ago. That doesn't make sense at all. How is this from an hour ago when the panel just started? Either way, you got a bunch of this stuff. Toy Story 5 over there. Ahsoka right there. Devil Wears Prada just came out. Percy Jackson. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's see. Let's see. Refresh the page. Actually, while we wait for this, because I'm sure we're going to be waiting for a little bit, let's talk about the fate of the Old Republic. You remember the fate of the Old Republic that got announced back in December? The first canon story that's going to be told in the Old Republic time period. It's a video game. Mike, can we see the panel? Is the panel being live streamed, actually? Let's see. Is the panel being live streamed? That's a great question. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait. I think it is. Live updates. Present.
Yay for our parent company.
Oop. That's not a live stream. Huh. I'm not seeing a live stream anyway. The Typhoonian with a very generous $5 holla says, I got an insane theory that this movie will end with Thrawn attacking At-Atten and stealing the mint to fund the Imperial projects. At-Atten is near Dathomir. Yes, that is one of my favorite theories for sure. I don't know if it'll be in this movie, but it could be in Ahsoka Season 2. Yeah. So At-Atten, if you look at the galaxy map, is right next to Dathomir. Literally right next to it. So there's a reason for that. There's unlimited credits on At-Atten, and Thrawn needs credits to build his army. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, the panel started at 4 p.m., which was 6 minutes ago. Yeah. But there's no live stream from what I'm finding. No. I'm not seeing a live stream, but that's okay. But that is okay. Yeah, so here's the Ahsoka poster next to the Percy Jackson poster and the Daredevil Born Again poster. Daredevil Born Again's getting a 3rd season as well. Another new promotional thing for Grogu. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is the perfect. Chopper says it perfectly. Shout out to Chopper. Seeing Ahsoka excitement back on my timeline gives me so much joy. I can't overstate how ready I am for Season 2, and having these characters back in my life, experiencing Season 2 with everybody's going to be amazing. Can't wait. Yeah, let's not forget how great this show is. Let's not forget how peak this first season was, and how we're getting more of this in just a couple months here. Oh, wait. Star Wars just posted something. Hang on. I think it's Mando related. Don't get your hopes too high. Don't get your hopes too high. But they did just post something. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, yeah, they just posted this 30 seconds ago. 30 seconds ago. Let's watch it. Whoa. Hang on.
Strap in. We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Good job, baby.
What are you waiting for?
I guess that was from the May the 4th event thing. Was there any new scenes in that? I wasn't really paying attention.
Strap in. We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Good job, baby.
What are you waiting for?
No new scenes, but that's okay. That's okay. No new scenes. Let's see. Yeah, did anybody else have this feeling yesterday? Was anybody else feeling this on Monday? The first Monday without Maul Shadowlord? Yeah. Mando United, how dare you? No, I appreciate you being here. Better late than never. Better late than never. What is going on in this panel right now? Is there nobody who is reporting from there live? Jeremy Slater is confirmed to have discussions with Lucasfilm to write a Star Wars project. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about the KOTOR stuff while we wait, I guess. Let's talk about this while we wait. Fate of the Old Republic, FOTOR. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic won't take 100 hours to complete. It is releasing before 2030, so we will get it within the next 4 years, which is pretty exciting. We just learned more about the Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic game, or from its game director, how long it will take to complete, and more. We're all discussed by Casey Hudson, the legendary director of the original KOTOR game, and now its spiritual successor, Fate of the Old Republic. This news comes just days after Arcanaut Studios, the developer of the game, updated their website homepage. It revealed the name of more staff members working on the game, many of whom also worked on the KOTOR game, and the first Mass Effect at BioWare over 2 decades ago. So the same group that made the first KOTOR games that everybody knows and loves, we also are working on this new spiritual successor. Canon successor. Let's not forget that. Canon successor. Why don't they do the whole live stream from Disney? I don't know, honestly. I don't know why they don't live stream these things. It's weird. Continuing. The direction continues to be taken for this game will no doubt be exciting for fans. In a new interview with Bloomberg following the reveal of who is financing the game, KOTOR and Fate of the Old Republic director Casey Hudson revealed some very interesting insights into the game. This game might be shorter than what people were hoping for, but will offer significant replay value. Interesting. If it's going to have replay value, that certainly means that you can have a different outcome each time you play through. Hudson states that it will not take hundreds of hours to play because it's bigger isn't necessarily better. Obviously. Obviously. Right, guys? If I'm excited about a game and then I find that it's 200 hours long, even if I have no ambition to actually finish it, I wonder if I put 20 hours in, will I even be out of Act 1? A lot of players just want to play something and finish it. I agree to an extent. If it's replayable, absolutely, but, I want it to be long. I want it to take me a while. 100 hours is a long-ass time. You're talking over 4 days straight of playing a game and not stopping for a single second. That's crazy. Despite it not taking hundreds of hours to complete, Casey Hudson is confident that fans of the game will want to replay it in different ways, as much just like how KOTOR and Mass Effect have been enjoyed. Other storylines will be found throughout differing playthroughs, he confirms. So yes, every single time you play through this game, it will be different. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic release date, time frame. As for when the game will come out, Hudson is still confident in his previous projection. Last year, the game director said on Twitter that it would be out by 2030. Many gamers scoffed at this timeline. He mentioned that he's never taken more than 4 years to make a game, and that the team does not want to spend 5 to 7 years making a new one. How the team will achieve this is touched on here, and no, it's not generative AI. What do you think about this information from Casey Hudson? All right, let's see what this is. Fate of the Old Republic won't use AI. Director calls it creatively soulless. Here we go. Not taking the easy route. We just wrote that. Okay. Some of people were thinking surely AI will be the reason that this project will be done so quickly before 2030. It's an ambitious, sprawling RPG game after all, but the answer is no. There will be no generative AI used to create this project. Hudson did not pull any punches as he labeled AI a creatively soulless, and that he personally finds it hard to imagine whereabouts it is even helpful in the game development process. The visionary game developer is also really underimpressed with AI as well. And obviously, we got this incredible trailer before, but despite this being an obvious shortcut, Arcanaut Studios are not taking it. They're even looking to keep the team lean, whereas a AAA game studios are made by hundreds or thousands of people. Argonaut will be avoiding employing those kinds of numbers. This will reduce friction and make the game more like how they did back in the day. I really don't know how a game is made today. Obviously, you look at a game like GTA 6, which has taken 10 billion years to make, and you wonder how a game gets made. And you look at even this, like, how does that get made to look so great? I don't know. I don't know the first thing to go off of with that. But either way, pretty great update for this Fate of the Old Republic game. Still, we are getting it within the next 4 years. Still on track. And it will not be using any generative AI to create the game or to create it quicker, I guess. That's the great news in terms of that. The other Star Wars game coming out this year, 2 Star Wars games coming out this year. Galactic Racer does have a release date of October 6th, and then Star Wars Zero Company. Still no release date on Star Wars Zero Company, but either way, it does seem like you're getting it still this year. All right, let's see. Still got nothing from this panel, except for the fact that Ahsoka's poster was on the screen. This would really stink if we don't get anything from Ahsoka today. Okay, let me preface why I think we're definitely getting something. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Let me preface why I think we're definitely getting something today. So this was the marketing for Ahsoka Season 1. Let's start in 2023. The release of the show was on August 22nd, 2023. August 22nd. I think Season 2 will come out in September or October. So that would mean that everything on this sort of has to get pushed back about a month or a half a month or whatever. So the original release schedule for marketing was the first teaser trailer was on April 7th. Now, let's not forget today's May 12th. Let's not forget we're over a month beyond the first release of the first trailer for Ahsoka Season 1. If the timetable is on the same trajectory, which it is, because the exact same filming schedule happened. The Ahsoka ended filming in October of last year, and Ahsoka Season 1 ended filming in October of 2022, and it came out in August of 2023 the following year. So we are on a very similar timetable. April 7th was the teaser trailer and poster, but it was shown at Star Wars Celebration. We did not have a Star Wars Celebration this year. So that could be a big reason as to why we haven't gotten it yet. However, it's over a month after that. Way over a month. In May and through July, we got Entertainment Weekly coverage of this with the exclusive stuff, on-camera interviews for a number of weeks, all that great stuff. And then June 2nd, the Empire Magazine article dropped with, pictures and all that great stuff. So that's June 2nd. Then you move into July 11th, where we got the official trailer, which is just over a month before the release of the show. And then we got, obviously, more trailers from there. And it released on August 22nd. Moved up a day, actually, in its release schedule. So if we're looking at a September release date, then we still should have seen the teaser trailer by now. If we're looking at an October release date for this show, then yeah, maybe we don't get a teaser trailer until the end of this month. But still, you're looking at, we need a teaser trailer for Ahsoka Season 2 as soon as possible if this show is going to come out this year. Now, I think the reason we haven't seen a teaser trailer just yet is because of The Mandalorian and Grogu. Because that movie comes out in 10 days, and they don't want to oversaturate the market. They don't want to, make it crazy. And that makes sense. Maybe they'll wait until after May 22nd to give us any teaser trailer, but I certainly hope not. Yeah. Are we expecting a release date today? Well, we're expecting something today. We're expecting something. Yeah. Dave Filoni did just have an interview where he was talking about how every project needs its moment. Its moment to shine. Like Maul Shadowlord had its moment to shine, and then once Maul Shadowlord ended last week, we got so much more of a marketing push for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, might I remind you, we were also getting still trailers for The Mandalorian and Grogu while Maul Shadowlord was releasing. So it's not impossible for us to get an Ahsoka Season 2 teaser trailer today before The Mandalorian and Grogu comes out. There's also a crazy possibility that we get a teaser trailer attached to The Mandalorian and Grogu. I mean, the movie's going to be setting up Ahsoka Season 2, but I don't imagine them doing that. I don't know. We'll see. There's an even crazier theory that there could be a Starfighter teaser trailer attached to The Mandalorian and Grogu, but that's even more crazy because Starfighter doesn't come out for a whole other year. At least Ahsoka Season 2 is right around the corner. Let me actually put this up in a poll in the chat here. When do you guys think that this Ahsoka Season 2 will be released? What month, or I guess day specifically? I need an exact day and hour. What month do you think that Ahsoka Season 2 will be released? By the way, 60% of you guys think that we won't be getting a teaser trailer today. We'll see. When do you think? When do you think Ahsoka Season 2 will release? Your options are August. Whoa. August, just like the first season. Septiembre. Oh, hang on. October, I guess. Should I put November in there? Up. Yeah, I mean, November or December. Should I just put other, I guess? Okay. Let's just go with other, I suppose. Other. When do we think it will come? December? No way. It won't be that late in the year. We still have Visions, the spinoff of Visions to come out, and that will be towards the end of the year. We also still have the 2 video games to come out. Let's not forget that Star Wars Galactic Racer comes out October 6th, I think? October 6th, yeah. So October 6th is Star Wars Galactic Racer. So don't forget about that. All right, let's put this up poll. Season 1 came out in August. Season 1 ended filming in October of the previous year. Season 2 ended filming in October. Will it come out in August? Will it come out in September? Will it be early September, late September? Will it be October? Or will it be somewhere else? What do we think? What are we thinking? They're going to want to hype. They're going to want to have hype after The Mandalorian and Grogu and not just all at once. True. But The Mandalorian and Grogu is going to set up Ahsoka Season 2. And maybe the reason we aren't getting a Ahsoka trailer until then is because events from The Mandalorian and Grogu will affect Ahsoka Season 2 greatly. That is possible. Oh, yeah, and that's why, too. It won't come out in December because Doomsday comes out in December. Avengers Doomsday is going to overshadow everything in that time period. Yeah. And Starfighter. They got to start marketing Starfighter as well towards the end of this year. I believe we got the first teaser trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in September of last year. So that would mean in September of this year, we'll get the first teaser trailer for Starfighter. Honestly, I hope we get it earlier than that because, this movie doesn't have the backing of 3 seasons of a Disney Plus show already behind it. The Doomsday hype is fake. It's an Avengers movie. It's an Avengers movie with Robert Downey Jr. returning, Chris Evans returning, the X-Men returning. So it's not just like, yes, Endgame had this crazy build to it, but this has a crazier build because it's the X-Men from the 2000s. It's got the possibility of seeing some other characters from the 2000s like your Fantastic Four, the original Fantastic Four, maybe even crazier stuff like Ben Affleck's Daredevil or something. Like, that's the hype around it. Will it deliver like Endgame did and Infinity War did? I don't know. But the hype is definitely not fake. Yeah. Yeah. October or November, so Doomsday won't overshadow it. Yeah, that's sort of where I'm at too. Yeah. Yes, we did get some possible names for the Starfighter cast last stream. At the very end of last stream, we took a look at this, but let's take a look again. So this is not confirmed yet, but it's on Letterboxd, which is kind of strange. So these are some names, possible names, take it with a giant grain of salt, for the Starfighter cast members. Ryan Gosling's character is going to be named Sabrin Gill, Mr. Gill. Flynn Gray is playing Kier Sloan, which is a pretty cool name. And Mia Goth's character could be Elleris Moore. Either way, these might be true. They might be fake. Again, it's just a rumor for now, so take it with a giant grain of salt. But this would confirm that Mia Goth is not playing Darth Talon, unless Darth Talon really changes her name, unless Devon Izara has a real change of name. And it confirms that Ryan Gosling and Flynn Gray are not going to be playing, I don't know, Cade Skywalker, like any other fan theories that were going out there. This confirms that that is not the truth. Again, these could be wrong. But you're getting our first possible look at some character names here, and the marketing for Starfighter is just going to continue to build as we get closer and closer to that. It's crazy that we are not only getting our first Star Wars movie in 6 years, or almost 7 years, in 10 days from now with The Mandalorian and Grogu, but we're getting another Star Wars movie just a year later. Next May, this time next year, we will be having the exact same hype as we have for The Mandalorian and Grogu for Starfighter. Yeah. Indeed. Okay. Let's check and see if we got anything going on here. Any relation to Ray Sloan? Yeah, there's no E at the end. Could be just a typing error, but I don't think so. I mean, you're talking about just an Imperial officer. Again, an Imperial officer that probably maybe from the same family, possibly, but it is spelled differently. Was Ahsoka Season 1 August? Yeah, August 22nd. August 22nd. Okay, let's check and see if we got any updates here. Let us see. This says, Pedro Pascal promo for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Star Wars deleted this post, and I don't know why. Well, we got to see what this post is. So this is what we're looking at here.
It's been a while.
New Pedro Pascal promo for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Star Wars deleted the posts.
Hi, how are you? I know it's been a while. Things have been so busy, but we're still on to see The Mandalorian and Grogu together, right? In IMAX, obviously. Cool. See you May 22nd. May the Force be with you.
I don't know why they delete that, but there's nothing spoilery there or anything. Okay. Continuing. I am getting... Oh, wait, never mind. I was scrolling on the wrong thing. I am getting crickets from this event right now. Absolute crickets. Oh, wait. Disney Advertising just posted something. It says, the calm before Disney takes the upfront by storm. Hang on. I'm going to mute that because that sounds like copyrighted stuff. So this is the Disney Upfront 2026. Saw Daredevil on the left. Do we see Ahsoka anywhere? I didn't see it. I didn't see Ahsoka. Hang on. Watch it one more time. Unless that's maybe Ahsoka right there, but... No, that's Paradise. Oh, they're changing. That's not fair. Okay, nothing there, I guess. The calm before the storm. Let's have the storm. Is there a link for the live stream? Okay, let's see a live stream here, shall we? Hang on. You're just hours away from the Disney Upfront. The stories, the stars, and the fandom behind it all. Interesting. Patiently waiting for something. Impatiently waiting for something. What the hell? 9:30 a.m. showing at an IMAX theater for the Mandalorian and Grogu. 9:30 in the morning? This many people are going to see a movie at 9:30 in the morning? That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy if you ask me. Oh, they posted a... Okay, this is not a Lord of the Rings channel by any means, but I gotta watch this. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm watching it regardless. I'm worried about copyright stuff. Looks so good. Is that the One Ring? I forget how season 2 kind of ends. Doesn't he? No, I completely forget now. He gets the 10 rings. Is it the 10 rings for man? Oh, I don't know. See, this is why I have a Star Wars podcast and not a Lord of the Rings podcast, because I don't know my Lord of the Rings that well, but I forget how season 2 ends. I know he fights Galadriel, and I think he wins. I remember him winning and getting the rings, but is this the One Ring? Is he making the One Ring now, or? Oh, it's definitely the One Ring. New season November 11th, 2026. So if they got a new this teaser for Lord of the Rings and it doesn't come out until November 11th, we best be getting something for Ahsoka season 2 today. Come on. Give us something. That looks awesome. I don't know if any of you are Rings of Power fans, but that is so cool. So cool. Oh, I never noticed that. Okay. Still getting nothing here. Still got nothing. Refresh the page again. Gotta be some sort of live stream or something for this. poster we already looked at for the Mandalorian. Oh, what is this? This was posted by Disney Plus. Some of our favorites stepping out of the Disney for the Disney 2026 upfront. Who? Who is it? Where are they?
Favorite stars are going to be on this carpet. We're going to take you along with us. Let's go. Hey everybody, I'm Sophie Flay. Welcome to the Disney 2026 Upfront. Some of your favorite stars are going to be on this carpet. We're going to take you along with us. Let's go.
When, Sophie? God! We're impatiently waiting here. We watched this clip already. Oh, here's Sigourney Weaver on The View. Talking about, oh, we'll definitely get copy struck for that. Never mind. Here's Pedro Pascal on Good Morning America. We'll definitely get copy struck for that. Ugh. Okay. It's not looking good, Jen. Where are the turtles? What the hell? Oh, sorry. We got a super chat. Hang on. Let me get to this. Ginger with the very generous $5 holla. Goddamn, I appreciate that quite a bit. Says Amy Adams' character's name isn't on that list for Starfighter. I'm currently at MOA. 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 I don't know what that is. I brought the Mara Jade Legends Funko. Mara Jade Sloan. It's not looking too good for Amy Adams' character being Mara Jade. I'll put it that way. I mean, maybe, but it's not looking too good. I think Starfighter is going to be Mall of America. Is that what it is? I don't know. Either way, I think we are going to see all new characters in Starfighter. As much as it pains me to think, because I want Starfighter to connect to not just, obviously, Mara Jade would be insane, but the events of the sequel trilogy, because it needs to expand upon that even more. Who are the villains in this world? If we're getting lightsaber duels right after Rey and Palpatine showed down on Exegol as all the Sith and all the Jedi, how are we going to get lightsaber duels? Who is Matt Smith and Mia Goth playing if not Sith Lords with lightsabers? And who is this kid? And how does it involve lightsaber duels? That's still where I'm sort of at right now. But I agree with you. I think Amy Adams needs to be Mara Jade, and if her name has to be Mara Jade Sloan, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah. And what does MOA stand for? Is it Mall of America? Because how in the world was I supposed to guess that?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah. Matt Smith is Devin's apprentice? That's a crazy theory. That's a crazy theory. I love how the guy from the Where Are the Turtles scene ended up in the Star Wars universe. What? I think we're talking about two different things. Where Are the Turtles is me referencing Michael Scott. You know. I quote The Office quite a bit on these live streams, and just it goes right over all your heads. I've watched The Office far too many times. I quote it all the time. Yeah. Yes, Mall of America. Okay, cool. How's the Mall of America? Is there any Sith Lords there? Amy Adams being Mara Jade probably won't happen. I would think they make her an original character in Starfighter. I think so too. Yeah. The Office is mid? That's might be your worst take all time. Mike, that guy was in the Duchess episode in The Mandalorian. Who? Jack Black? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And now we wait. All right. Oh, here we go. We got a little bit of an update here. Disney will hold, this is again from yesterday, in the late afternoon, which is right now, its presentation for the 2026 Upfronts. It's a event focused on TV and streaming advertisement marketing. You know, Ahsoka, Season 2. So we won't have any cinema news, no Mandalorian and Grogu news. But we can expect some announcements and updates on Disney Plus productions and Disney Channel. Today's Disney Plus poster was quickly deleted, or posted and was quickly deleted about the streaming premiere of Avatar: Fire and Ash. So we might get that announced tomorrow too. Okay, interesting. Fire and Ash coming to Disney Plus. Interessante. And now we wait. Let's see if Disney Plus has posted anything. No. What? Camp Rock 3? Is that a thing? Oh, the Punisher thing comes out today. Is it today? Tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, the Punisher one-shot thing, or what was it called? Something? Something? You know, the something about a something. That comes out today. What are these people promoting? What are these people promoting here? Whoa. Okay. This is from Info Disney Hulu. Oh, it's a fan account. Okay, never mind. It's a fan account. I almost got bamboozled. They're building this whole stage for this event. There best be an Ahsoka Season 2 announcement here. This is them building a set for today. This is crazy. Whoa, what the heck? Is this The Incredibles 2? What is happening? Whoa. What the hell? Okay, when does this start? Well, it already started, but when do we get something crazy? Just out of curiosity. Wait, what? That's crazy. All right. Oh, this is what we kind of touched on last stream, but Stephen McKinley Henderson is in the cast of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. No information has been given about his role, but he could possibly be portraying the mysterious creature alongside of Grogu, this, old alien lizard dude. Could be our boy Stephen Henderson, which would be pretty cool. Yeah. Come on, Dave, give us what we want. I will take just a poster at this point. I'll take anything. A release date, a release time period, a poster, something. Anything. Yeah. I believe the panel or whatever, the event was supposed to be an hour. So if we don't get anything within the next 15 minutes, then we're definitely calling it quits here today. But I think we will. There's so many trailers for The Mandalorian and Grogu that, so many of them are just foreign trailers, I guess. Huh. Interesting. And they always have a new scene or two in them. Oh, just out of curiosity. On Disney Plus, are we seeing anything spike up here? Mike just wants someone to unalive. Whoa, what? No. Have I killed off anybody today? That might be a new record, Jet. Have I killed off? Oh, I killed off the twin Huts. Damn it. Never mind. Never mind. Mike, for the 100th time, how many seasons of Ahsoka do you think there will be and why? Also, if you go to Star Wars... What? Also, if I go to Star Wars? How many seasons of Ahsoka do I think there'll be? I think Ahsoka Season 2 will be the last one. I really do. I mean, that could be obviously changed based off of how the season ends, but I think this will be the end of Ahsoka Season 2 will be the end of Ahsoka. Not in the way that she's going to die, but in the way that her character will be done for a while at least. Okay, just looking at the top 10 on Disney Plus right here. The Maul Shadow Lord still sits at 1. We are over a week since this finale ended. Let's not forget that. Over a week since Maul Shadow Lord has ended, and it's still at number 1. But you'll see with 10 days to go until The Mandalorian and Grogu, The Mandalorian is now at 10. A show that finished over 3 years ago is in the top 10 on Disney Plus, and a show that ended a week ago is number 1. So, pretty cool for Star Wars fans, and you can see a lot of people are rewatching The Mandalorian to get hyped up for this movie. I don't know, how many seasons do you guys think there will be of Ahsoka Season 2? For some reason, I just don't see it going further than 2. I just don't see it. There's some sort of Dancing with the Stars thing. Oh, wow. So, again, looking for people concerned about The Mandalorian and Grogu's ticket sales. 4 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Pretty much sold out except for the front rows. Front 2 rows. Handicap spots, I guess. Right there in the middle rows. Where are the turtles? Just out of curiosity, I'm going to look up the theater near me. Just out of curiosity. I did see that the El Capitan Theater is... you could get collectible bounty cards? What? Popcorn buckets? I'm going to see this movie so many times opening weekend. It's insane. All right, let's see. Get tickets. Let's see. All right. IMAX. What day is this? Let's go Friday. Let's see. Oh, this is where we're going to see it on. Okay, in-person watch party, by the way. if you have forgotten, in-person watch party for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie on Thursday, May 22nd. So a week from this coming Thursday. May 21st, Thursday, 7:30 p.m., Assembly Row, Somerville, Massachusetts. If you want a free ticket, I still got some available. Hit me up, and I will save one for you. If you're in the Boston area or want to drive to the Boston area, whatever, watch out for that and let me know, and I will save one for you. 3D, that's why. Nobody wants to see a movie in 3D. 3D is garbage. 3D is garbage. Oh, what the hell? Completely abandoned my search. What the heck? I've abandoned my child. Come on. Give me something. Okay. That's nothing. Getting a bad feeling about this, Jet. Well, granted, we aren't seeing anything about anything from Disney Plus, so Ahsoka Season 2 is not the only one not getting any announcements right now. Oh, here's an announcement. The Savannah Bananas open the Disney Upfront performing The Greatest Showman, or the Greatest Show from The Greatest Showman. This was the opening 37 minutes ago. Or actually more than that now. 38 minutes ago. Yeah, we know Holly's going to be there. Ron's going to be there. I know a bunch of you guys will be there, which is great. So it'll be a fun time. We'll take plenty of pictures. If you guys are not yet in the Discord, there's a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. Go join it immediately. Go join that immediately. So we are getting some updates here from this event. Let's see if we got any more. I think they announced that Conan O'Brien will host the Oscars this year or next year. Disney Plus in the United States will be the exclusive home of the Banana Bowl this October and will feature the top teams from Banana Ball League facing off in a season championship for the season championship. Okay. A lot of Savannah Banana talk. Where's the Ahsoka talk? Oh, yeah. This was, I believe, yeah. So Saturday, May 23rd, the day after the premiere of The Mandalorian and Grogu, so I guess 11 days from now, is Resurgence Day for Battlefront 2. This happened last year, and we actually streamed it on the Eggs channel, and it was a lot of fun. But Resurgence Day is always fun for Battlefront. It always happens in May, and last year was really fun. If you like playing Battlefront 2 and throughout the rest of the year when you don't want to play because, you know, you got other things to do. Resurgence Day is always a fun time because all Star Wars fans, or most Star Wars fans, are doing it, you know? Yeah. Disney Beat on X announced that Ahsoka early 2027 on Disney Plus? No. Did they postpone it? No. No way. They postponed Ahsoka Season 2. Where are you guys seeing this? Oh, wait, it's been deleted. Oh, no, it's back. Stupid ads. What? Doesn't say anything about it. Here we go. Ahsoka Season 2 premiere window for Disney Plus. Let's zoom in on this. Ahsoka Season 2 is finally on its way. The new episodes of Rosario Dawson-led TV series will be on Disney Plus in early 2027. The actress announced during the Disney Upfront presentation on Tuesday. On Tuesday? Oh, that's today. I forgot what day of the week it was. This season, the battles are bigger and the stakes are higher, she said. Disney also revealed a sneak peek to the upcoming season featuring creator Dave Filoni and some of the cast discussing the making of the episodes. Based on what they said, it seems that Dawson's assessment is correct. Expect some epic galaxy wars to come. This complicates things beyond belief. 2027 is already jam-packed, specifically the beginning of 2027. With the re-release of A New Hope for the 50th anniversary, Star Wars Celebration, with Maul Shadowlord Season 2, with Star Wars Starfighter, you're going to throw in Ahsoka Season 2 into that? What? This is not the news I wanted to hear today, Chad. Okay, well, the good news is this season is the battles are bigger and the stakes are higher. Higher than Season 1? Higher than Season 1? That's a little crazy. And a sneak peek was shown to the people there, revealing, featuring creator Dave Filoni and the cast discussing the making of the episodes. It's been quite a while since viewers were immersed in Ahsoka. Season 1 finale, which aired October in 2023, saw Grand Admiral Thrawn make his hyperspace jump back with Ezra stowing away, while Ahsoka and Sabine were marooned in the green tundra, tumbleweeds of Peridia in the galaxy far, far away. Thrawn's MO is to reassemble the Empire, a.k.a. Thrawn's campaign, which was a series of military and political maneuvers by the Blue Man to restore the Empire and implode the New Republic. The 3-year wait just might be worth it, though, given the tease we've already gotten from Filoni. Hayden Christensen is coming back as Anakin Skywalker, which makes sense given the complex relationship between Ahsoka and her Jedi Master. Game of Thrones actor Rory McCann is stepping in to play evil Jedi Baylan Skoll after the death of Ray Stevenson, and Admiral Akbar is returning. He's going head-to-head with Grand Admiral Thrawn. Dave Filoni promises. What? This is not the news I was looking for, chat. Not gonna lie. This is not it. Ahsoka Season 2 finally hits Disney Plus early 2027. 2.5 years in between seasons. Teaser trailer had a lot of Anakin/Hayden lightsabers of all shapes and flavors. Okay. Now they definitely got to give us something. If they're going to postpone the season and then not give us anything?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Come on. Give us something. Give us something. 2026 will be the first ever year with Disney Plus being released, with Disney Plus existing, where we don't get a live-action Star Wars show. The first year since its launch 7 years ago that we will not be getting a live-action show. What? What is the back half of this year going to be? I guess Galactic Racer and the Vision spinoff and Zero Company, a lot of video games. Early 2027. At least they say early. Now, the problem with that is I just told you how jam-packed early 2027 is. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, I am such an impatient person. This is like the worst news ever. Changing the title of the live stream right now. Hang on. Gotta change the title. Ahsoka Season 2, postponed. That's going to be the new name. Dang. Dang. Ahsoka Season 2, postponed. Not the news we were looking for here. Got really excited about getting a teaser trailer. The people there at least got to see a teaser. We just didn't get to see it. We're going to stay on this for a second here, see if it gets leaked out. I doubt it will, but let's find out. There must be a reason for this. There's no way they need over 1.5 years in post-production. Unless this truly is that big of a season and they need that long for post-production, which would be crazy. Like the first season finished filming in October and released the following August, less than 1 year later. This is going to have over 1.5 years of post-production. Are the battles that big? Are they really going that crazy in season 2? Insane. Maybe fall of 2027? Well, the good news is it says early 2027. So that's not the case. It won't be postponed until the fall. Interesting. All right. Well, I need to see a teaser trailer right now to ease my mind. Lucasfilm, I need a teaser trailer right now to ease my mind. Please. Thank you. Thank you, please. Talk about giving us space. Do you want the good news, chat? Do you want the good news? I think this confirms a Mando trilogy. In a very strange way, I think this confirms a Mando trilogy. Because a trilogy would come out every other year. So the show that takes place in between would come out every other year. If we're getting a Mando movie in 2026, that would mean the next of the trilogy would come out in 2028. And the following would be 2030. And in between, you get shows like Ahsoka Season 2, Skeleton Crew Season 2, or Book of Boba Fett Season 2. And if Dave Filoni is getting his movie, which we already know he is, then it will likely come out in 2028. This is devastating. I was already so patiently waiting, whatever it would be, June, July, or May, June, July, August, September. I was patiently waiting for 5 more months. Now I have to patiently wait for like 8 months? That's 3 more months! God! Okay, it'll be more than that, I think. Early 2027. If I don't know how they're going to do this. Maybe it's because of Star Wars Celebration being in April and they want it to come out around then. I don't know. This is strange. Give us a still or an image, anything, please. Well, look at this. Top 10 most popular Disney Plus shows online on Disney Plus as of May yesterday. Look at this. As of yesterday, Maul Shadow Lord at number 1, Born Again at 2, Rivals, I don't even know what that is, Mandalorian at 4, Andor at 5, Wonder Man, Clone Wars, Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, The Acolyte. That's crazy. This is top 10 most popular Disney Plus shows online as of May 11th, which is yesterday. Okay, sorry. Let's refresh the page and see if we got anything. A teaser trailer, a poster, a release date. Nope, a postpone. Postpone. Crazy. Whoever picked other in the poll was right. Oh, yeah, this poll. This poll. This poll, let's see where it's at before everybody starts changing their vote. Freddie, what's up? How we doing? Yeah, 22% of you were right. And everybody else was wrong, including myself. It better be early July or January. Yeah, it better be early January. This is crazy. So, a sneak peek at Ahsoka Season 2, or Season 2 of Ahsoka, was shown at Disney Upfront. A video message, Sigourney Weaver introduced Ahsoka, star Rosario Dawson, onto stage. That's pretty cool. Vision Quest is coming in October. If Vision Quest is the reason that Ahsoka got postponed, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose it. Tom Hiddleston joined RDJ on stage. Oh my God, what's going on? At least it comes with the battles are bigger and the stakes are higher. How can the stakes be higher and the battles be bigger than Season 1? That just doesn't really, click in my head. Do you understand how big Season 1 was? Delayed till 2027. Delayed till 2027. Is this D23? No, D23 is in August. Dang. August. D23 might be where we get our first teaser for it. It might just be. Camp Rock 3. Avatar. Loki is on stage right now. So that looks like that's it. If Marvel's on stage right now, that's all we're getting. A teaser trailer was shown to the people there. It has not been leaked out yet. At least. I don't think it will be, but it's not been leaked out yet. And from the words of Rosario Dawson, the battles will be bigger and the stakes will be greater. Or better, bigger, whatever she said. And Ahsoka Season 2 has been postponed to 2027. Great. The Mandalorian and Grogu comes out in 10 days. 10 days from today. 9 days from today on sorry, midstream stretch. Midstream? End of stream stretch. 9 days from today, on May 21st, we have the in-person watch party for The Mandalorian and Grogu. This movie better be a banger. I think it will be, but either way, if we have to wait now a whole extra 5 more months for Ahsoka Season 2, I'm going to need this movie to be the most rewatchable movie of all time. Hopefully it will be. But until then, you know what this means, chat? There is a crazy off chance that we get Maul Shadowlord Season 2 this year. Okay, that's delusional Mike talking. There could be something surprising coming this year. You know what we haven't got yet this year, chat? A Tales. And they always announce the Tales stuff like a month before it even releases. So we could be getting a Tales later on this year. There's plenty of things that could be announced that still come out in 2026. But let's see if we got a teaser trailer yet. Does anybody in the Discord see it? I can't believe they postponed the show. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Having said that, we still got The Mandalorian and Grogu in 10 days, and who knows what else is coming in 2026. They've left a huge gap now at the end of this year. A Tales of the Jedi, a Tales of the whatever is still on the table for this year, absolutely. And I guess we'll just have to be patient. The good news is Ahsoka Season 2 is going to be so good that I can pretty much guarantee you that I won't care how long we have to wait. Just right now, this was not the news I was looking for. This was not at all the news I was looking for. Smash a freaking like in this stream if you have not already. Hit that subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Reminder. No stream Thursday, no stream Saturday. I will be at Disneyland, or Disney World on Thursday, but I do have videos ready to post for Thursday and Saturday. So watch out for those. I'll be back on Sunday, and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program next week. I appreciate you all for being here. Watch out for those videos on Thursday and Saturday, and of course, a short every single day while I'm gone. And yeah, I'll make plenty of videos at Galaxy's Edge, and I'll send you guys plenty of pictures as well. So go join that Discord. There's a link in the description below. Until then, 10 more days till The Mandalorian and Grogu, 10 more days till the first ever Star Wars movie in 6.5 years. So watch out for that. Until then, hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your lives. Smash a freaking like in this stream, and may the force be with you. Always. Oh, Chopper, come on. Really? Oh yeah, what a great stream, what a great show. Even though we got the bad news of Ahsoka Season 2 being delayed, it's okay. We still got the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in 10 days. We just got the peak of all peaks with Maul Shadowlord 10 days ago. Actually, 8 days ago. But until then, hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your lives, and good night, everybody.